Hey guys, OuterOrange here. We're back here with some more of Batman, The Enemy Within. This should be the last part of episode 5 now, so we'll be finishing up and finishing the climax of the story. Joker just almost died, and Bruce Wayne saved him, and now we're continuing on from there. Let's go.
You can sure take some punishment, Wayne. I'll give you that. Dish it out, too. I'm pulling my people out of Gotham effective immediately. I want you to know, we're square. Your secret is safe with me. After everything you've done, it's only right.
Thank you. If the wrong people found out who I am...
That's not going to happen. At least not because of me. Anything else we need to discuss? Or is this goodbye?
Chips. Selena.
Catwoman.
I thought she'd be pretty high on your list. You two certainly have been close. I've got a collar on her for now. But seeing how she put herself on the line against Joker, maybe I'd be willing to take it off. As a token of my goodwill.
I want her out of Gotham. Keep her as far away from here as possible.
I'll have my people tag her. Steer her away anytime we see her coming for the city. Anyone else you're concerned about?
What about Jem? Joker hurt him pretty bad.
They're saying he might not walk again, at least not without a cane. He saved thousands of lives with that map. Trading you like that? He's clearly been taking lessons from the agency. I'm inclined to give him a medal. Maybe his old title too, if he wants it. A tough old dog like him. He's good for a junkyard like Gotham.
Jem deserves the highest honor. Like always, he put his duty first.
It can't have been easy for him. So, what else?
And Avesta. Is she going with you?
Poor Iman. You really got inside her head, didn't you? I know it was her that destroyed Riddler's blood. She's gonna have to answer for that. I need to be able to trust the people who work for me.
She loves what she does, and she's good at it. Give her a second chance.
She compromised our mission.
Destroying the blood samples was the right thing to do, and you know it. I'm asking you to make it work.
Fine. I'll extend an olive branch. But the rest is up to her.
I'll see you around.
It's always possible, Bruce. But I'll tell you one thing. I'll be over the moon if I never have to come back to this wasteland.
All teams accounted for, ma'am. Airlift is en route.
Thank you, Agent. I'll be right there.
We were able to pick up Miss Fox's trail. She's taken to the rooftops.
Good. Stay with her until I tell you otherwise. Word is Tiffany Fox copped to Riddler's murder. Personally, I don't give a damn about what happened to that maniac. But I know how you feel about lethal force. I can bring her in if you want. Lay a charge on her. Unless that's something you'd rather take care of yourself.
Tiffany and I go way back. I'd rather deal with her myself.
My people will let you know where to find her. Take care of yourself, Bruce Wayne.
Tiffany, we need to talk.
Yeah, I figured. I made it, thinking someday I'd be fighting by your side, not running from you. I was working up the courage to tell you. Joker? He just guessed it somehow. Said he knows another psychopath when he sees one. It was almost a relief to admit it. I'm sorry you found out that way.
You know I don't condone killing. Not even scum like Riddler.
I've been dreading this moment. Especially since I learned who you are under that mask. I was afraid of what might happen if you found out. I guess I was hoping you never would.
Why didn't you talk to me sooner?
I wanted to work with you, to be part of your mission.
But you kept this from me. A murder.
I know. I'm sorry. I knew this would ruin everything.
You were right.
Riddler tore my family apart, Bruce. My mother hasn't left the house since the funeral. And Luke? He just lashes out. My father's death broke them. It broke all of us. I won't ask for forgiveness. But I hope you can understand why I had to do it. I just felt so powerless. Like my life was crumbling around me.
Revenge is an impulse, one to be checked. I can't condone it. But I do understand it.
Thank you. That means a lot. I couldn't bear it if you despised me. So, where do we go from here? I suppose this puts me on your most wanted list. Rather than us working together.
If you want to fill your father's shoes, you need to learn right from wrong. You need someone to teach you.
You're giving me a second chance?
Think of it more as a sentence. You'll have to work hard for your redemption.
I mean, she's like a really important tech person. Why would I put her away?
I promise I won't let you down.
Then let's get started.
There's still one more chapter. He's retiring, isn't he?
I was going to write a note, but I'm not a coward. At least I don't want to be. Not anymore. Then again, this won't be the first time I've found my courage in a single malt.
Courage for what?
Saying goodbye. I'm leaving, Bruce. It's time I went in search of better pastures.
You can't leave me, Alfred. I know things have been hard, but they'll get
Bruce,
better.
Please, don't try and stop me. My decision is already made. Your protestations, well, they won't make things any easier.
But why?
This war of ours is not what it was when we started. I no longer have the stomach for it. It's not sustainable. At least not for me.
So, take a back seat from the operations. Put your feet up for a while. Keep us stocked with cucumber sandwiches and tea.
And just stand idly by while your enemies rend you limb from limb? Do a little dusting while you bleed out on the Batcave floor? I don't think so. Our mission used to be so clear. catch the criminals, lock them up. But nothing is clear anymore, at least not to me. Now everything has become so gray.
Gray? Talk to me, Alfred.
We used John Doe, exploited his friendship to get you into the pact. We took advantage of someone you met in an asylum, for God's sake. Someone clearly challenged with a proven tendency to violence.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
If you call citywide devastation a success. You led John Doe to believe you were his friend. Turning on him when he killed those agents, that pushed him to become Joker.
What's your point?
Sometimes it's as if Batman creates the evil he means to destroy. For all our good intentions, I fear we only make things worse. A dreadful thought, I know, but one that keeps me awake at night.
Oh, please. There were plenty of criminals around before Batman showed up. I put most of them in jail.
Two-Face, Cobblepot, Lady Arkham, Joker, all they have in common is you. Anyone who comes into contact with us suffers. Lucius is gone. Tiffany has blood on her hands. I foolishly thought bringing her in might make things better. As if her enthusiasm might remind us how things were in the beginning. She was on Joker's guest list because of her relationship to you. Selina, too. It's a miracle any of us survived that ghastly dinner. But Joker certainly made his point. The lives we touch are touched by pain. Friends, colleagues, innocents. No one is spared.
You think I want that? We can fix the problem, Al, but not if we run from it.
Unless we are the problem. Leaving this all behind might be the only solution. One thing is for certain, my tremors are gone.
Well, that's great news, Al.
They stopped the minute I made the decision to go. I thought it was the kidnapping with Lady Arkham that caused them. Some kind of residual trauma. But I had it wrong. This sense of powerlessness I've been feeling, it came from something I saw in you. The tremors, the fainting spells, all of it.
Alfred, I'm so sorry. I've caused you so much pain.
No, please don't misunderstand me. Let me explain. Your father was driven by an obsession, by a need to control. He rushed headlong into the darkness, thinking himself invincible, oblivious to the cost. Just like you.
Not like me. I chase that darkness away.
And yet, history is repeating itself. I'm more certain of that with every passing day.
Okay, maybe I am more like my father than I want to admit, but our paths are different.
Can't you see? The paths may diverge, but they end in the same place. Face down in an alley, shot in the dark by criminals in some godforsaken corner of Gotham. I won't be witness to that. I won't bury you, too. I stood by and did nothing while Thomas destroyed himself, along with everything he loved. I enabled him, like I've been enabling you. Realizing this, I've never felt so helpless. I wanted things to be different for you, my boy. You deserved a better life than the one I gave you. I failed you, and for that I'm sorry.
You did the best you could, Al. In a single night, the family was shattered, and you were left to pick up the pieces.
I may have picked them up, but I did a poor job sticking them back together. Well, I don't want to miss my flight. There's always traffic around the airport. You don't have to do it, Bruce. There are other ways of doing good in the world. But you pour everything into your bloody crusade, and I know you too well to hope you'll ever change.
I have to choose. Damn, really? I gotta make that choice? That's harsh.
You're right, Al. It's who I am. I will always be Batman. And that will never change.
I know. Rubbish goes out on Tuesday, and there's lasagna in the freezer. I'm sure you'll manage.
Oh, goodness, that was so hard. But come on, you can't give up on Batman. It's Batman. You can't just not have Batman. It's not how this works. I wonder if this is it. Like, if they're just gonna stop it here, or keep it going. Whew. Ready for that plot, too. Just kidding. Oh, I think there's one more chapter. No, that's it. Okay. Harley Quinn.
You got that look in your eye, the kind that says you're trouble.
You and 37.6% of players reveal Joker's lie to her. Harley took cruel delight in getting you to say you were part of the pact of Tiffany. When you revealed Joker's perspective about the map, Harley fell into a fit of rage. She did. Huh. Waller.
Thunderbolt! I'm the whole goddamn hurricane!
After everything you've been through, Waller knows better than to reveal your secret. Alright. Yeah, our relationship is very,
Gotham's safety is slipping out from under me and I can't stand it!
You and 28% of the players asked Waller to have him reinstated. Having almost betrayed you to Joker, Gordon feels undeserving of being reinstated as well. Oh, I don't know. Catwoman.
I weighed my options and what can I say? I don't like to lose.
You and 1.8% of players make sure Selina could never return to Gotham. Now that you've had Catwoman banned from Gotham, she lives her life under constant surveillance. I didn't mean to choose that though. I meant to choose the other one. I hit the wrong one. I was eating chips. Oh well, I can't really do much about that. Anyway.
I won't let
You
you
and
go.
80% players took Tiffany under your wing. Now Tiffany is repenting for the murder of Riddler under your watchful mentorship. Vesta. You and 10.7% of players witnessed Vesta's break with Waller. She eventually lost faith in the agency and is uncertain about her future in Gotham. That's true, she did break down. I guess I've spoke too much. This one's just sad.
If a man hides in plain sight for that long, does he forget who he really is?
This was a hard choice. You and 58% of the players let Alfred go rather than giving up Batman's crusade. Alfred left Wayne Manor, anguished that your crusade against villains would consume you. Criminals. Whew. Let's see. Joker. You and 31% of players agreed.
Stitch, bound together, even under
The two of you
strain.
had good times together. While he appreciated that you shared some good times, Joker showed it with a knife to the gut. That he did. Did you shake his hand? I shook his hand. I'm that 1/3 that did. Let's see. Did Gordon betray you? You and 76% heard Gordon back out of the deal with Joker. Did you determine the fate of others with Waller? You and 95% of other players had Waller use her influence. Did you give up the coal so Alfred would stay? 5.7%. Okay, so chose never to give up being Batman. Refused to hear Alfred's last word. Wow, 5% you want to hear his crap. And then 36% told Alfred you would give up being Batman. Wow, 1/3 actually wanted to give up Batman. Which Joker did you defeat? You and 44.9% of players defeated villain Joker. Interesting. So a lot of people had the good Joker. I'm trying to understand how that whole system works. So like, if you don't create Joker, does this entire last episode go completely differently? I don't understand. Because if you think about it, he's a complete villain this entire. Would he not be a villain? But then how would the conflict be? Would the last part of it be different? What the heck is this?
We had so much fun, Joker. I just couldn't stay away.
I knew you wouldn't be able to, Bruce. Let's get you ready.
He's not normal. So I think that, you know, that kind of concluded things. I don't think they're going to continue anymore from here on out. The last laugh. I mean, it looks like it's concluded. I don't really know. I mean, maybe they'll do more, but the way they kind of wrapped everything up in a way. But they could definitely do more. I mean, it's Batman. There's a bunch of comics. There's something I wanted to do. There was like photos or something. I saw the little photos or whatever. Can't believe it's over. That was like so much fun. It's funny because they don't even fight as with Batman. They fight with Bruce. Alright, well I think that's it, guys. So that's the end of that episode. It was really intense in the beginning, and then it kind of like ridiculously slowed down towards the last like 3 chapters. So I do have to say that that was kind of a letdown. I was kind of expecting a little bit more out of the ending, in a sense. But on the other hand, I mean, it wasn't bad either. It was really intense in the beginning. It was kind of hard to, you know what I mean? It was just like, oh god, so much is happening. So it was a nice little break. But anyway, guys, so that's it. Thank you so much for following me along throughout all the episodes, starting from the very first one, the first season as well. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. I really appreciate it. So I'll catch you guys in my next video. Please like, subscribe, comment, do I do to make a girl happy, and I'll catch you guys